9 overs were done in the innings, and you could hear the conversation across living rooms in the country. 1 wicket down, every day is not Sunday, it can't happen again. Two things, today was Sunday, and Colin Munro obliged.
And you got the 2 wickets in the 10 overs. It's
again.
Incredible how often India are doing it. And we talk so much about what the batsmen have achieved, and because limited overs cricket is a batsman's game, perceived to be that way, it's amazing what the bowlers have done.
And this is every single time in 2019 that it's happened, and as a result of which, obviously, you've kept the runs down, and this actually dates back to the first ODI against the West Indies back at home. Guwahati was the last time, 59 for 1. You didn't pick up a second wicket.
But isn't this incredible? It's 8 games in a row that your new ball's given you 2 wickets in the first 10. And other than the 63 and in the first game at Mount Maunganui, to some extent 51 at Hamilton, they've actually taken it at 4 or under 4 and over in the first power play with just 2 fielders outside. It's telling you how extraordinarily well Bhuvneshwar and Shami and Bumrah, was Bumrah in Australia? Yeah. It's amazing how well these two have bowled. But the return of Bhuvneshwar has been a big thing. Shami's getting all those wickets means you've locked the third seamer's position as well. So interestingly, these two might well be fighting for one seamer spot when they go to the World Cup. But the bowlers have been fantastic, and now Hardik Pandya is coming from behind and backing them up really well too.
Now, in the last Cricbuzz Comm box, I was with Zahir Khan, and we said, look, we've talked about 15, maybe extended to about 20 names to pick from those 15. And the one name we really never talked much about was Vijay Shankar. And suddenly, because you can only knock at the door when you're on the field, he's doing that.
I think we've now got to a short list of 17, 18, I think, to get 15 from. So Vijay Shankar's definitely entered that shortlist. I think the bowling slots are pretty much sealed. I think it's just the last couple of batting slots, and that's why I say we've got a fair shortlist. I don't see outside 17. I don't see anyone making it at this stage. Outside 17, 18, I don't see anyone making it.
Just to play devil's advocate there, yes, Vijay Shankar's come in at a stage when, again, the likes of Mohammad Shami have done the damage early on. You've picked up those 2 wickets in the first 10. That's not going to happen every day, never mind the Sunday bit. Now, if Vijay Shankar comes in at 70 for no loss, is he going to be a different kind of bowler?
But also I see Vijay Shankar, if he's in the squad, batting at 6 instead of Jadhav, not alongside Jadhav. Today you had both Jadhav and him batting. So between them, they have to bowl 10 overs. I see one of the two making the squad, just as I see one of Hardik or Jadeja playing, depending on who's fit or what the conditions are. So he'll always be the 6th bowler, not ever the 5th. So to that extent, he'll be a plus batting at 6, and he's very quick round the outfield. So if they want to look at that, then the person whose place is in danger is either KL Rahul or Dinesh Karthik. But we've got 5 games against Australia to look at that. This game, I think India are ahead. With the 3rd wicket, India are ahead.
Yes, I was just going to come to that 3rd wicket. Yes, we're talking about 2 wickets in the first 10, but in the 11th over, you picked up a 3rd wicket, which in ideal circumstances shouldn't have been there from a New Zealand perspective. A, it was a big wicket, that of Ross Taylor, and B, as we saw, he was not quite out. It was going over the top. One of those reviews that Williamson just didn't think it was going over because we read his lips. He said, hi.
Yeah.
Williamson said no.
It's funny. So many times we look at DRS, we look at ball tracking, and we say, how can the umpire get that wrong? What did we see today? We saw a situation where the fielding side thought it was out, the umpire thought it was out, the non-striker thought it was out, and yet DRS is showing. So sometimes we react too much to DRS. 2 things about the match situation, as I see it, 54 for 3 after 16 overs. India were 18 for 4 and got 250. So Williamson and Latham have got to take the game from New Zealand's perspective deep enough to allow Nisham, Colin de Grandhomme and Santner to play freely as is their role in the side, which is what Vijay Shankar and Raidu did, allowing Hardik Pandya and Jadhav to play a certain role.
Also, with a total like 240, 250, the required rate is never going to climb to 9 and 10 that quickly, so you have that in mind. And Williamson will have to play a similar role to what he played at the same ground against England, even though they fell 4 runs short. He got 100.
I think India will take that role, give him the 100 and win that game by 4 runs. He'll have to play the role that Raidu did, really, because he'll have to go on 15 or 42 balls at this stage. Means he's setting himself up to play deep into the innings. But I still think if Chahal can pick up wicket or 2, then that'll make an impact. And the reason I'm saying India are ahead at this stage, even though India were 18 for 4 and went on to 250, is because of the quality of bowling and Chahal to come back in.
Absolutely. We saw how Todd Astle waited till the 31st over to be introduced. Chahal will certainly come in earlier than that, and he's likely to be the impact player. Match in India's favour. Kane Williamson will have to avoid the brain fades he's had in this series so far and bat deep.